everybody, welcome back to OCD Recovery. My name is Marlie, and today I'm going to be talking about body dysmorphia. I am currently having a relapse in my OCD recovery journey, mostly revolving around body dysmorphia right now, and so I thought it would be a perfect time to make a video. As OCD sufferers, you're going to realize that along your journey, no matter how good you're feeling, no matter how recovered you think you are, there is always a possibility to have a relapse or a spike. This is because you have a brain disorder that you can't control. What you can control is your response to those relapses and spikes. And so for me, personally, I'm trying to see it as a positive. It's an opportunity for me to grow as a person and to better my universal self-acceptance. And so that's what I'm going to do with it. I personally think that 2024 is one of the hardest years in human history to come to a place of universal self-acceptance, and that's because of the addition of social media. It's this app on your phone that you have constant access to, and all you get to do is see how perfect other people's lives are. You can just go through and be like, oh, I wish I had her legs, oh, I wish I was skinnier, I wish I was prettier, and a lot of it on there is fake to begin with. You know, people are altering their pictures, people are altering their videos, taking it from certain angles so they look a certain way, and I just think it's kind of a disease as a human collective. Comparison is the killer of happiness. If you live in a comparison, or if you live in a state of comparison, you're living in a state of lack, because you're looking at all the things that you don't have rather than focusing on what you do have. So trying to live in a state of gratefulness is good in regards to OCD with any theme. One of the things that I see online a lot in regards to body dysmorphia is this idea that you need to love yourself. Oh, you just need to love yourself. Look, I love myself. I've come to a place to loving myself. But in reality, that's not really a balanced approach. And I don't think that loving yourself is really good in daily life anyways, because it makes you a much more selfish person, much more self-centered. You don't need to love yourself, because I don't even know what that means to begin with. All you need to do is learn how to make peace with yourself and come to a place of acceptance with yourself. And what that means is no matter how you're showing up that day, you're accepting yourself right where you're at. So in a sense of body dysmorphia, whether you're 20 pounds heavier, whether you're 100 pounds heavier, whether you feel ugly that day, whether your hair doesn't look good that day, you're able to make peace with that and move forward with your life. So acceptance is one of the areas that you need to improve in order to get to a place of recovery in your body dysmorphia journey. And the other one is cutting out all of the compulsions that you're doing in your life. Some common compulsions when it comes to body dysmorphia could be body checking, changing your clothes frequently, or you know, if you're getting ready to go out and you put on an outfit and you don't feel comfortable in it, you're changing your clothes because you don't feel comfortable in your body. You're avoiding wearing certain clothing that's more revealing. Maybe you are even hiding your body with clothes. You could have compulsions around exercising and controlling your eating, whether you're over-exercising or really attached to a certain routine, or you're really anxious about skipping certain days at the gym. Maybe you are controlling your diet, avoiding certain foods. All of those things we're going to need to cut out slowly over time. And cutting compulsions is really difficult, but you'll start to realize that doing them to begin with is so exhausting. It takes up so much of your time when you could be enjoying your life, that doing the compulsions are not really fixing anything to begin with. As you know, if you've been suffering for a long time, no matter how many times you do that compulsion, you're still going to feel anxious about your fear. So they do not solve anything, and they're simply feeding the cycle. One thing with this relapse that I'm trying to come to a better place with is that even recovering from body dysmorphia, you can still prioritize your health. You can still live a healthy lifestyle. You can still love going to the gym. You can still like eating whole foods without becoming obsessed with all of it. You know, most people that aren't OCD sufferers, that are in the fitness industry, and that don't have body dysmorphia, they love fitness and they love being healthy. But they're not overly obsessed with themselves to the point where it's taking up all of their time. So balance is the answer for all of OCD. If you can come to a balanced place in your life with most everything, you will be a much healthier and happier person. And the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is actually the fact that during this body dysmorphia relapse for me, I had somebody call me fat. Oh my gosh, I've never had anybody actually call me fat before. I've only just been afraid of other people thinking I'm fat. And so it was kind of an accidental exposure for me. And I will tell you that when it happened, it was some guy that had been hitting on me in the gym, and I rejected him, and immediately he said, "Oh, it's okay, you're too big for me anyway." And instead of making me feel worse about myself, or, "Oh no, I'm spiraling, I'm so upset that this person thinks I'm fat, I must be fat," it was the complete opposite. I was like, "Oh, like, it's not that bad to be called fat, and if this guy thinks I'm fat, then, you know, like, F you, dude." So it was kind of a turning point for me, and it was actually helpful for me to realize that feeling so panicked and doing compulsions is actually worse to me now than feeling ugly or fat to begin with. And so I'm on my journey right now, and I've already started making changes and doing a lot better. And I hope you guys use this information in this video to help you too. Bye.